Welcome back, everybody. This
Hi.
is part something. I don't know at this point.
Part I. It's the square root of -1. It's imaginary.
Yep, part imaginary. All right. Um,
Well, I is just an imaginary number. It's the square root of -1. But I'm
yeah,
sure the one viewer we have is entirely disinterested in me giving a lesson on calculus and imaginary numbers.
yep, yeah. It's just as we click through the first few things, a quick recap because it may have been a few days, a week, depends.
You're in charge of
On the
uploading, so I don't
timings.
know how your schedule is.
Yeah, depends on how things go and whether or not I'm even in my hometown for work. But yeah, we've just finished summer break at the
Shizune's
Shizune's
parents'
family
house.
house with the angry Hawaiian shirt.
That is Shizune's father, yes.
The angry Hawaiian shirt. And rather interesting development for her family, who appear to be,
Yes.
jackasses, unless it's Lily and Akira.
And Lily doesn't like Shizune anyway for reasons that we
We,
both really want to get more detail on, but it doesn't seem like it. But his house, no doubt, endeared himself to Shizune by making them miss something like 5 trains in a row, or something like that. At least that's what I got from reading that. Uh,
okay.
so yes, now is this our first session after re-recording the first part because you
I
fucked the
think this is
audio
the
up?
second recording because we're kind of now limited to like 2 days, two
Yeah, I think
recordings
so.
a week at this point because of my life. But yeah. Funny, but there's a time even though someone's right back sleeping. I can't see it.
Yes, we have to get back into the swing of actually reading the dialogue.
Yes, and not quick skimming it as we have been.
Mm. Do his thesis on returning from a trip syndrome. That is actually one thing that hasn't been very prominently featured in this line, in contrast to the other lines, is Hisao's plan for the future, and I wonder who that is at the door.
Well, it's either gonna be it's gonna be Kenji.
It's probably going to be Kenji just to piss us off. Yep, Hisao agrees.
Yep, Hisao definitely agrees.
Oh, really? Be optimistic about this. Come on, Hisao. Okay, they didn't try and... Oh, I think we know what this envelope is, don't we?
Yes, but this is a lot later.
Very much so.
Yeah,
Yep, we know exactly what this letter is.
it's the letter, which is curious because this normally in other lines shows up well before this
The
point
summer.
in the timeline.
Hmm. But yes, it's from Iwanako, for those who don't remember. She is basically the girl who caused us the heart attack.
All the way back in the very first scene of the game, where
Yes.
she confesses to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who's writing to us right now.
Mm-hmm. I was actually starting to wonder if this would show up at all, but here we are.
Yeah.
Although, given what I've seen regarding the choice flowchart for this line, I have a feeling that this letter isn't actually going to be that big a deal.
Mm.
Given that on pretty much
thing
all
is,
the other
the
lines...
letter, to be honest, isn't that big a deal across... Well, to me at least, unless I was half asleep while reading some of it, which is very possible. Yeah, it seems to be an interesting point that's handled very differently depending on who...
Yeah, and in one line in particular, it basically, this letter becomes the choice between the good and bad endings. Hopefully that's not too spoilery. Although you should play the bloody game, damn it.
Well, they're watching a playthrough of a video game. I'd like, and the amount of times we've told them before this point to go play the bloody game.
Yes, and the amount of times I've said I'm not going to say it anymore, only to break that promise all of about 30 minutes later or 30 seconds later.
Yep.
I'm sorry, our one viewer. But yes, small talk. This letter seems to be, it all starts out the same, but occasionally you can get different endings to the letter depending on the, it cuts off here. So I have a feeling I know how Hasao's going to react. Oh no, not quite. But yes, he's nostalgic and he keeps reading. I see. But yeah, more small talk. Okay, here's the important stuff.
Oh.
You just skipped past it.
Okay, this is interesting. He's actually reading the letter.
And he is reading the heavy-hitting stuff. Although this isn't the only line he does it in.
No, but normally he does get back. He ends up coming back to it.
Yeah, like he'll just go small talk, meh, not worth reading, and then he'll come back to it later. But now he's reading it in one go. But at least, Iwanako seems sincere. Pardon me. It's interesting how he's placing the blame for the distance that grows between them on her. He's not blaming himself for being, depressed and quiet about everything.
But then again, that's something that hasn't overly come up in this line, which is interesting, as it's, especially in one of the other lines, is a very significant... Actually, it's a pretty common theme, is his own thoughts on feelings about things, but this seems...
Or like feelings about the disability and how it affects his psyche. That's not been as touched on as much as in the other lines. But yeah. Perhaps it's for the best if we don't correspond again. Yeah. She's ending things. This is a goodbye and nothing more. But yeah, that is for the best. That means you can finally go all the way with Shizune without feeling guilty about Iwanako, obviously. I'm
pretty sure that wasn't something that was
that's the most important connotation of this letter, clearly.
When he was bound. Yes. Yeah.
But yes, it's good of Iwanako to bring things to a close.
Oh, it definitely is, but it's still he's still in somewhat to blame, I think, for it. Given he could have at any point done the same.
Yeah. But I mean, it's the whole thing about... Oh, there we go. Here's another knock, rather. Who is it? Fuck! I mean, bother. Oh, Christ. God damn it. What is the hell? I have a feeling he's going to be... I wonder if he's going to bring up the writing on top of the box, if he even fucking noticed it. I'm a hero. No, you aren't, Kenji.
No, the only line... No, there is not a single line, including that one, where he's a hero.
Given how that line ends, he is most definitely not a hero.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Speaking of logs, I have to go make
The
some
average
wine.
woman could have killed you a billion times already, then replaced with a female clone, indistinguishable from...
It almost happened to me. Really, Kenji? Really?
What the hell?
Oh, Christ. No, Kenji. We do not want to talk about it. Just say it's some bills. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. It's from... Oh, Christ. Aha, hang on. Go back up. It was Shizune who delivered the letter.
Shizune filled
And
with
she was
murderous
pissed.
rage at Hisao.
And he was pissed. Like an old man trying to use a touchscreen phone. But interesting development.
To be honest, I
Shizune,
don't think he's
maybe-
Yamako because he's blind.
But yeah, maybe Shizune's the maybe Shizune's jealous. She was pissed. I really wonder where this is. But yeah.
I like how that's his reasoning for not opening it. It might be a bomb.
What if your math textbook is a bomb? It's maths. Jeez. Stupid Americans not spelling things correctly.
I like how he considers it.
Also, god fucking damn it, Kenji, no. Get out. Get out now. Not wrong. God damn it, Kenji. That's Jesus Christ. Do you have any idea? Jesus Christ.
No, he doesn't. But then again, this is... That's Kenji.
Mm-hmm. You had a bad breakup, and I feel very sorry for the woman who had to be who became your girlfriend. Particularly given that I have a given all the hints in other lines, I have a good idea as to who it is. The Rockfish Kid. Hang on, whereabouts are you?
I'm about 2 or 3 scenes ahead of you.
Alright, just hang on a bit. But the Rockfish Kid chick. I wonder if that's a reference to what her character name literally means in Japanese. If our one viewer speaks Japanese, please tell us.
It's Kenji, so a lot of his comments and expressions don't exactly line up.
But yes, I caught up to you just now. Hisao's not worried though about how Kenji told about how pissed Shizune seemed. I'm very worried about that.
Then again, Kenji probably just assumed that as well. Though, this is an interesting bit of dialogue, given it's now... Hisao's now considering that maybe he should write back properly, not just that sort of... yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm still very worried about how pissed Shizune seemed. At least according to Kenji. Even if it was Kenji. Interesting though, a letter can be a personal... Wait, I'm just ahead of you. A letter can be a personal thing, but she wanted to keep me at an arm's distance. Interesting connotations that Hisao's getting from this. And I mean, I don't think he's wrong, but I do think in all the other lines he just ignores it and doesn't bother to write back. It is interesting though to consider what the dialogue would be if he did write back. Send me text messages because she was so shy. I'm pretty sure I know exactly who she was, and I feel very sorry for that poor girl.
Yeah, we are very... that would have been... that... I don't know. I can barely stand Kenji through the small segments we get of him in this game.
But yeah, Kenji... This is actually the least cunt-like I've seen Kenji the entire time.
And he's actually having what could be described as a normal conversation.
Yes.
Well, as normal as I think we're ever going to get with Kenji.
Yep. I'd agree there. By the way, sorry to any Americans I may have offended with the use of the C word just now.
Oh.
But if you're offended by the C word at this point, given some of the jokes I've made so far...
I don't think anyone that's going to be offended by the use of certain words would have stayed around this long, to be honest.
Valid point. And anyway, if you're offended by the C word, you've probably sent me loads of hate mail already, and I just don't know it because the episodes aren't out yet.
What?
Oh, wow.
What?
Wow.
What? Okay. Okay.
Do you wanna... I wanna discuss this, but I can't say anything without spoilers. I wanna say it flat out. Just cut this out.
Spoiler
James, it's heavily hinted that Kenji's girlfriend is Yuko, the librarian.
Yeah, it's brought up in... Which line is it brought up in?
It's hinted at in pretty much all the lines, and some lines more than others. But I mean, this is a very interesting side of Kenji. End spoiler. We're seeing a very interesting side of Kenji here. This is nothing we've nothing we've seen from him so far. So he is capable of feeling human emotions toward females.
Wait, okay, that's interesting, because that's... Going a bit off topic of the whole Kenji having an ex, in the other lines, he's well aware of him bowling in the hallway.
Yeah, he is.
Given he makes the comment, is Kenji bowling in the hallway when the letter's being dropped off in one of the lines? And, the whole illegal bowling scene.
Yeah. That one's a good time. She used to say that all the time. And now this is actually the most human-like I've ever seen Kenji, ever.
This is definitely, yeah. Well, I guess at this point, those who have stayed around probably are well aware of what Kenji's like in the rest of the lines.
It's making me feel a little bit shitty about how just much of a dick towards him. But yeah, there we go. Now Hisao's made Kenji relapse into normal Kenji mode. Correlation doesn't equal causation. That is a lesson for life, there, kids. Lessons from Kenji. And I'm not joking. I'm being serious. But yeah, now it's stopped being human.
Now it's
like
back to being
Kenji's
Kenji.
relapsed into full Kenji. I think you're wrong.
This is definitely... I don't even know what to say. It's like we saw Kenji as a normal human being and not Kenji.
Yeah. That's something that is very important to think about. Other human beings on this world have lives as varied and complex as your own. Something you always have to remember. No person is truly simple. Yep.
Well, at least he comes up with an actual reason for getting Kenji to leave, though definitely...
But this little decision here to go and actually try and physically close the distance between us.
Because as we know with one of the other lines, he's not the best at doing this.
I'm optimistic.
I'm optimistic that things will go well, but at the same time, this line's gone too well.
Yeah.
So I'm actually a bit worried that this is going to be the curveball kick in the nuts.
Yeah, there's a very good chance. I'm optimistic, but yeah, you're being realistic.
Yeah. Though I want this to say it's a nice line.